Hi there, everybody. Welcome to a very special edition of our big Premier League quiz. It's a sort of Merseyside derby, definitely representing Everton. We're delighted to welcome club legend Tim Cahill. Tim, hi.
How are you?
He will take on the brain of Bootle and beyond, I have to say, Jamie Carragher, who is today reverting back to the 1980s. He was, of course, an Everton fan, 84 to 87, golden years, where obviously he was following the silverware that Everton were winning regularly.
Glory hunter.
Attracted to that, a real glory hunter. But then, of course, blue became a very big red after that. But it's the blue years we're going to talk about, Jamie, yes?
Yes. I think I'm an expert, but we will wait and see.
As long as you're at blue, that's all that matters, Jamie.
I am for this quiz.
Here is the magic coin, and Tim, as the guest, I'm going to put it into one of my two hands, and you're going to have to guess which hand is it in.
Yours goes left.
It's going to be that one on the left. No, I meant my left. My left.
That's my left. So you've lost the toss, Carra. What are you going to do?
I will go first.
Right. This is Jamie Carragher.
Set the tone in the derby. See, he's even starting the mind games now. He wants to set the tone.
Yeah, get in early. Get the reducer in early.
Jamie Carragher on Everton, 84 to 87. Here we go. In the 84-85 season, Everton completed a Merseyside derby league double, beating Liverpool 1-0 on both occasions. Name the two goal scorers in the 1-0 wins.
I know Graham Sharp.
Sharp at Anfield.
Yeah, at Anfield. And at Goodison, I was at the game, and I've got a feeling it was someone who wasn't a regular player. Was it Paul Wilkinson?
Brilliant. Well done. It was Paul Wilkinson at Goodison Park.
I've got a feeling it was. Oh, my word.
I thought it was him, but I wasn't confident enough to fully say it.
Fair play to you. That was awesome.
Everton won 10 successive league games between March and May 1985. Which team ended this winning run?
I know they lost to Norwich at 4-2, but I think that was about January, February. They lost away at Coventry badly towards the end of the season.
Tim, he's playing for time. You know this.
I know. I think it was Coventry away.
It was Nottingham Forest. 1-0 at the City Ground with Sky Sports colleague Gary Birtles, the scorer.
Oh,
Name four of the five clubs Everton beat en route to winning the 84-85 European Cup Winners' Cup.
So not including the final?
No, you can include the final.
Who's asking the questions?
No, so I'm just needing clarifying, Tim. Listen, Tim, you know I always bend the rules. You know what I was like in derby games. Yeah. Rapid Vienna, Bayern Munich, Fortuna Sittard, UC Dublin. You've got to give me that one, Martin. I don't know. It was something like
That's exactly what it was. University College Dublin. You've got it anyway. I don't have to give it. And you've got four. You've got four. Can you get the fifth?
Bratislava.
Inter Bratislava.
I'll get my coat now, lads.
This will be a difficult one for him, Tim. In the 3-1 final win against Rapid Vienna, Rapid had 10 of their 11 starters were Austrian. Name their only starter who was born outside of Austria, whose son then went on to play in the Premier League.
Oh, God, man. What country was he from? You've got to give me some sort of a clue.
I'll give you the clue. Croatian.
I haven't got a clue.
It was Zlatko Kranjčar, whose son, of course, Niko Kranjčar, played for Portsmouth, Tottenham, and QPR.
The only man who would have got that was Harry Redknapp.
We'll move on to number 5. Everton began the 85-86 league season as defending champions. Who beat them on the opening day, though?
Oh, I was at the game. It was Gary Lineker's first game, and it was back to his old team at Leicester. And so Leicester won the game at Filbert Street, and I think Mark Bright scored 2.
Well, Derek Mountfield put Everton 1-0 up, and they lost 3-1. And so you were travelling, you were 7 years old, and you were going to the away games.
And I think the Everton goal was very early because I think I missed it getting into the ground. I may be wrong on that.
It was early, yeah. Well done.
Did you wear an Everton jersey to the games, Carra?
Of course. Yeah.
I love this.
I never wore yours.
It's amazing how blue ever became red.
Might as well have had mine. You pretty much had it off my back every game.
Might have won a few more derbies then if I hadn't worn the blue.
On the subject of a man you've just mentioned, how many league goals did Gary Lineker score for Everton in that 85-86 season?
30.
Correct. Everton finished as runners-up to Liverpool in 85-86. How many points did they finish behind the Reds?
I think it was 2.
Final answer?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well done. Who were the only team to beat Everton at Goodison Park in the league in the 86-87 title-winning season?
Sheffield Wednesday.
Arsenal. 1-0 October 1986. Steve Williams got the goal. In these 3 seasons that we're talking about, 84-87, who were the only team that beat Everton in the league in all 3 seasons? And they were at home for all those wins, the team that beat Everton.
I'll go with Notts Forest.
It was Luton Town.
Wow.
And of course, for 2 of those 3 seasons, they had the notorious plastic pitch.
Plastic pitch, yeah.
Everton won their last league title in 86-87. How many times have they been champions of England?
Oh, that was 9 times winners for Everton, that one.
Correct. That is the end of your first 10. You're up now, Tim. Your first season with Everton and in the Premier League was also your best scoring Premier League season. How many Premier Leagues did you score in that first season? How many Premier League goals did you score in that first Premier League season?
I think it's 11.
Tim, you've just said the right answer, so I'll give it to you. It's 11.
Jamie's trying to put me off. I don't know if that
No, I'd never do that.
Against which team did you score your first Premier League goal at Goodison Park in December 2004?
At Goodison Park. Oh, I nearly said it was away at Man City, my first goal.
You've just given yourself a clue.
Manchester City.
Correct.
Boom.
You won 2-1.
Your first goal for Everton in the league was away at Man City.
Yes.
And I got sent off.
Yeah, and then your home goal, your first goal at Goodison was a home to Man City 6 months later.
Yes, Carra.
I thought you were a goal scorer midfield player.
Something like 4 months later, I think.
I started in the midfield. It was my first season, right? And I was sort of like a defensive attacking midfielder. So, you got to do a job.
Can't you score from midfield? Is that not allowed? Is that not in the rules?
You can, but it's about getting enough points to finish in the top 4. You know what I mean? So,
you're thinking of the team.
Thinking of the team. Thinking of the future.
Just to give you confidence, Tim, you're 2 out of 2 so far. Well done.
Ooh.
You should get this one as well. Your first Premier League Merseyside derby was a 1-0 win for Everton at Goodison Park, December 2004. Who scored Everton's goal?
That was Lee Carsley.
It was Lee Carsley.
The man.
What is Everton's highest finish in Premier League history?
While I was there?
No, in Premier League history. You weren't there when this happened.
He was there when it happened.
Martin, this is all part of the game. Stop getting involved. This is all Martin game.
4th?
Is Cheats on this chat? Because he keeps putting his fingers up for 4, and I think he's waiting for a signal off someone.
No.
Fourth is the correct answer, by the way.
He's either signalling to someone or he's trying to get his watch on show.
No,
Tim, that season, Liverpool finished 5th, but did manage to win the Champions League in Istanbul. Which player became the youngest scorer in Premier League history, a record that still stands when scoring as a substitute on his debut in Everton's 4-0 home win against Crystal Palace in April 2005?
I remember this game, and it wasn't soon after I scored my second goals against Palace, and good young player, James Vaughan.
James Vaughan, who's still playing.
I remember when he scored, I grabbed him and I literally threw him. But that was a pretty special moment.
You're going very well, by the way. Which player has scored the most goals for Everton in their entire Premier League history, not just in the time you were there?
Is he playing in Italy now? Oh, I see a little reaction from Jamie there.
It's not him. I hope you do say him.
I don't know.
I need a name, Tim.
He's on the coaching staff now. How easy is it?
Duncan Ferguson.
You've been conned, my friend.
Is it
It's Romelu Lukaku.
I can't believe he fell for that.
That's poor. That is
It was
poor.
pretty desperate from the brain of Bootle because he knows he's struggling against your very good. That's the first one you got wrong. During your time at Everton, they scored 7 goals in a Premier League game only once. Who was it against?
I scored for sure of the 7 goals. Was I playing?
You scored 2.
This is not a quiz on Everton. This is a quiz on Tim Cahill.
No, I know this one. It's Sunderland.
It is Sunderland. November 2007, 7-1. This might test you. Which team have Everton beaten the most in Premier League history? 26 wins in 48 games against which club?
I'm just going to say a club.
Let's move on.
Aston Villa.
Things to do.
Same colours, West Ham United. Which player scored the most goals for Everton in Premier League Merseyside derbies?
Jamie, you know who this is, pal?
Oh, I know who it is, yeah.
Lost my rudder a few times.
Are you going to own up to your success, are you here?
I'll take that one.
It's you. This is an interesting test of your memory. Your final Premier League goal was scored in April 2012. Who was it against and who was the goalkeeper you got the better of to score?
I have to be honest. I know this one because I posted about it the other day. It was against Fulham.
It was.
And it was against Mark Schwarzer.
It was against your long-time international colleague and good friend, Mark Schwarzer. Correct. Tim, you're leading 8-6.
That's good.
As we go into the Who Am I round. I was named in the PFA Team of the Year in Everton's 1985 and 1987 championship winning seasons. I can only take one name.
Kevin Ratcliffe.
No. I started the 84-85 European Cup Winners' Cup final win.
Trevor Stephen.
No.
He's fishing now.
I represented my country at the 1990 World Cup finals where I scored my country's first ever goal at a World Cup.
Oh, on a plate.
I know who it is, yeah. Kevin Sheedy.
It's Kevin Sheedy. Well done. You got there in the end. Tim, for you, who am I? I scored 95 Premier League goals and have scored more Premier League goals than any other player from my country.
Lukaku.
No. Second clue, I've scored 4 goals in a Premier League game for 2 different clubs.
Everton. 4 goals.
He must have a statue if he's got 4 goals for Everton, mustn't he?
I said for 2 different Premier League clubs. I didn't say anything about Everton.
It's not someone...
I need a name, Tim.
Come on, Tim.
Has James Beattie scored 4 goals?
James Beattie's a good shout, but it's not James Beattie. I joined Everton for £11.25 million from Middlesbrough in August 2007.
Feed the yak and he will score.
It is.
Feed
Yak.
Yes. How did I not get that?
Yakubu. Carra, you've got some ground to make up.
So what am I behind?
2 behind.
Okay.
Here we go. Of the current active Premier League players, which one has made the most appearances?
James Milner.
You're right. 534 Premier League appearances. He's the 6th highest overall. Now, this is a complicated question, so you have time to think about it. Which 2 current Premier League teams have remained in the division since their first promotion to the Premier League? And we're not counting clubs that started in 1992.
Bournemouth, Martin.
Bournemouth is one, yes. But you need the other one as well.
Brighton.
Well done. Well done. Which goalkeeper has kept the most clean sheets in the Premier League this season?
Oh, well, it's not Liverpool because Alisson's been out injured. Nick Pope.
Correct. 11. Name the only two 18-year-olds to score in the Premier League this season.
Mason Greenwood, Manchester United.
Correct, with 5 Premier League goals.
And there's one other. No, I don't know.
It's Gabriel Martinelli of Arsenal with 3. Your last question of the game. Who is the only player to score 2 Premier League goals against Liverpool this season? And I guess that means in one match.
Oh, okay.
That helps.
Oh, do you know this one, do you? Do you know a question that isn't about Everton?
No.
Was it West Ham, Martin? Is it the club or the... No, I'm after the player, aren't I?
You're after the player, yes. So it's...
Yes, what I'm saying is, come on, is it West Ham or is it Watford? I think it's Watford and it's Sarr.
It is.
I think it's Sarr. He knew it all along.
Tim needs 2 to draw. It's 13-11 in Carra's favour. 3 to win. You've got 5 questions. And if
I like how they've done this to make you go back in front, Jay.
Yeah, of course. You've got to look after the company, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, Tim, are you ready?
I'm
5
ready.
big questions for you. How many different teams have won the Premier League?
I'm going to say 6.
You're right, with 6. Arsenal, Blackburn, Chelsea, Leicester, Manchester City, and of course Manchester United the most. Which player has scored the most hat-tricks in Premier League history?
Come on, you know who it is. You know it's Alan Shearer. Just get on with it. Let's get to the next one.
There's a bluff there.
260 goals. Just get on with it. I want to get to the hard questions.
I'm going to go with Aguero.
You're right. Broke Alan Shearer's record with his 12th hat-trick against Aston Villa in January.
We might have to do like a 5K challenge or some weights or something, Carra. You might win.
You look like you need to get on the weights and fill that shirt out.
See, I've got to him, Martin. I've got to him. There's a little bite there. It's like when he used to mark me in the derbies.
You've got 3 questions and you need 1 right answer to win.
Okay.
Manchester City broke the Premier League record for most points in a season in the 17-18 campaign.
19.
What was their points total? How many points did they get?
Oh, they could have broke 90, 100. I don't know. I'm going to say 98.
It's 100. You had it but lost it. So it's still level.
I didn't know.
Which manager has managed the most Premier League games?
I'm going to go with Arsene Wenger.
It's Arsene Wenger, 828. Last question. Which player has scored the most headed goals in Premier League history?
Alan Shearer.
Wrong.
Peter Crouch.
Tim. With 53. I think you had margin for the error, Tim, at the end. I'll just wait for the scores, which are rattling through now by our very high-tech methods in this lockdown. And Tim has won 14-13, a victory for Down Under.
An absolute joke of a quiz. Honestly, Tim Cahill gets questions on Tim Cahill, and I get asked who's the only foreign player in the Rapid Vienna team in 1985. Absolute joke.
Jay,
honestly.
seriously, you called me to come on the quiz. I didn't know what the quiz was going to be about.
And what did I say to you before you come on the quiz when you were crying that you didn't know not? And I said, don't worry, it's always great to make sure you win.
Good luck. I'm going to wipe the floor with you. And I said, you probably will.
I think.
But listen, I'm going to hold my hands up. Fair play. About time I got beat by Everton.
We've had the Premier League quiz, Merseyside derby version of it, but really with a strong Everton twist to it. I think you've also seen Call My Bluff winning as well. Tim Cahill, who came on saying he's got an answer in his head. He's won 14-13. Thanks both to you guys. We'll be back with another Premier League quiz soon.